Great backcourt defense and frustrating Ohio State early on here, forcing them to take multiple swings to try and get a point.
We wanted to teach some people about blocking tonight. A couple of opportunities early with Trammell in the middle. And that one's past Trammell. Erica Davis slices it past that block.
You've got Newton, Cook, Ellis, Chint, so many people that can play that position very well. Tonight he goes with Cook.
And basically all of them have had success against Ohio State at some point throughout their career. Londoc gets a high ball and off hands one more time. There's Newton winding up and turned away by Erica Davis.
And Erica Davis formed that triangle on the block. There's no way that ball was going to go cross court.
Well, blocking always the emphasis for Ohio State. Jen Flynn Oldenburg says it's always a work in progress. Blocked by Davis, then a kill by Londoc.
Against the 6 players on the defense, putting it cross court. Like that strategy.
And another block in the middle.
It's going to go right to her.
It does, and Gonzalez does up it this time. And it gets Londoc to swing. And here's Newton coming in from the 10-foot line, and Londoc with the rejection.
Sealing the net beautifully.
Now that into the cross court. Gruensfelder is there. Just moved into 4th all-time in Ohio State history and digs. And then there's Gonzalez.
With that sharp cross-court shot. Love it.
Well, both her and Grunzy on that side have that sharp shot. A free one here for Haley Bush. Skimmerhorn was ready to cover. Then Cleveland flying high. And Gruensfelder again had the up. And Colvin turned away. Skimmerhorn saved it for a little bit, but then Raider right back at her.
Let's take a look at this dig here. That ball's coming at you pretty fast. One-handed stab by Gruensfelder. And then the overpass kill high over top of the block right in the corner.
And a player that may hit the ball harder than anybody else in the Big Ten. An electric arm, Caitlin Newton. Londoc might have something to say about that, though.
Yeah, what a tremendous set.
Gonzalez back on the rise the past couple matches. Few down matches for her, and her stay at the service line is very short. Haley Bush on second contact.
You just got to kind of get that piece of the puzzle figured out for Ohio State.
Trammell got a free chance, couldn't dump it down. So Grunzy unloads. There's Allie Hornung, Mo's sister, getting some more playing time tonight with the senior out. And it's in front of Newton from Grunzy on the other side. Audrey, a player that has a lot of belief in herself right now. Good match against Rutgers, good match against Illinois to win on the road last Wednesday. So added opportunity tonight for Cook. Grunzy starting to get rolling here late set 1.
He had 6'3" and a pretty good vertical.
And Grunzy's over on that pin, that's out.
And she just nails it down that line.
Pedraza was leaning the other way a little bit like, oh, maybe I should have gone the other way. Her set to Erica Davis moves Ohio State back up a 3 spot.
You just saw 4 of the best setters in the conference, in my opinion.
And Mac Pedraza on the other side of the net, also an upperclassman. And the Buckeyes survive the overpass and go back up by a 1 spot after Purdue went on that 3-0 run.
She hit it right in the net.
Right back to Colvin, and Gruensfelder tracks another one down. It's been all over the place in this first set for Ohio State. And Newton sends it sailing to bring up set point.
So pretty efficient.
That is off hands and down for Ohio State. Gabby Gonzalez ends the first set win tonight for the Buckeyes with a big block, and then it was capped off in set 1 by Gabby Gonzalez. Off hands into the cross court. Buckeyes lead at 1-0.
She's really bought into blocking and defense, and that's what has really elevated her game. And I think, yeah, you know, she's doing an outstanding job in multiple facets of the game.
We saw her with the pancake, big spot in that first set, Mac Pedraza. So Purdue lost out on set 1 to Pedraza's Buckeyes. And a long rally beginning set number 2. And it's Newton going roll. Londot punches it up. And then Gruensfelder plays free over. This opening point of the second set, an entertaining one. And Grace Cleveland just out.
And trying to go high hands, missing on that swing.
And Cleveland gets a rip again. Once again, Doug. And action at the net, and Purdue's into the net.
Oldenburg is going to be really happy with the types of swings that her outsides are taking right now. They're just going for it. They're not hesitating at all, and they're really relying on coverage in the back court so they can feel free to swing hard. You've got to have vision on the block, and you've got to be able to hit the ball flat with no topspin to get those hands.
Gonzalez ended set one with the kill. Dug there by Skimmerhorn. And a ricochet off of Erica Davis again. Another block for the middle.
Ball is right in the blocker's hands.
Londot sizzling. Skimmerhorn there. Otek right in front of the students got there. And Raider thumps it down. Well, multiple coaches have called her one of the premier athletes in the Big Ten. Riley Raider. Kill puts the Buckeyes back up 3. Overpass chance. Colvin got it over this time, but Ohio State recovers, and Londot terminates.
She is one of the weaker passers on that side of the net.
We're back to Gonzalez and serve receive there, and Pedraza had to get the second one falling away. And Cook into the big block. It's Raider blowing some kisses into the crowd. Tell you the show out for the student section for Ohio State still good despite fall break. It's bye week for football. A lot of people did go home, but students that are here have shown up. And Ohio State's played well with Raider and Pedraza.
Knows that the middle of the court is open. She knocks it in.
She puts a tough serve in too. Riley Raider does. Grunzy on the outside throws it down. Off the tape, an ace for Riley Raider. She can take all the credit for that one. On hand after they had a record crowd on Sunday against Michigan. Had 4,000 plus, standing room only. With a good showing from the Columbus crowd tonight. The Buckeyes that took set 1, and they just went up 6 on that thunderous swing for Mia Grunzy.
They need Ellis to take some big swings, wipe the ball off the block, get some quick points.
Grunzy got that offhand.
And she's able to take it, push the ball into the block and out of bounds.
It looked for a second like she might take a rip with the left hand, go with the offhand. That pushed it down. Londot fighting at the net. And back to Grunzy. There's that sharp ball she loves. But Cleveland and Otek combined to keep it alive. Londot with a push. No hands there. Point Purdue.
She was trying to go into the hands out of bounds and just missed.
And very similar to what Grunzy had just done. And Davis leaves no doubt there.
To make some decisions. And then the thing that Newton does great is she hits different angles, really hard to defend.
She had 15 kills the first match against Ohio State, a lot from the back.
Closing, and she had all kinds of court to open court to hit the ball into.
Grunzy on the outside. Oh, what a dig from Otek. And Purdue plays on, getting Ellis a swing. And Raider past Otek that time. Jen Flynn Oldenburg has described challenges as her nemesis. Doesn't like to slow it down much, and her team plays out of it, gets the side out with Raider.
The left side blocker's left hand and the pin, so perfectly placed set, and then Raider delivers a kill.
Otek with the overpass. Davis puts it away.
Nice. Great vision.
Cleveland into a wall. Reload for Bush. Over to the other side with Ellis. Touch there for Pedraza. Grunzy off hands. Otek got there. And the pancake keeps this point alive. Grunzy winds it up again and splits 2. And Mo Hornig not available tonight. Match time decision. And Purdue trying to go up 2. Londot tools it and steadies it for Ohio State out of the timeout.
Again, that could have been a sticky rotation for Ohio State.
Caitlin Newton boomerangs. Bush is there sliding to get it. And at the net, it's Davis that wins it off the tape.
So impressive right now.
And again, that's without one of the older middles typically in this matchup, J.L. Johnson. Not with the team on this trip. And Ohio State goes up by 2.
And it gives the outside enough room to follow through on the swing. So tremendous bump set by Grinsfelder.
Gabby Gonzalez extends the run for the Buckeyes, and then that's out for Cleveland. 4 in a row for Ohio State after Purdue had taken a rare lead in this set. Bush and Newton trying to respond, and they get rejected by London. Set 2 goes to the Buckeyes.
Starting her feet in, and she's going to chase the ball to the outside. No need to chase. That one was right into her hands in the 31.
Cleveland chipping the block. And a high ball for Gonzalez. And Caitlin Newton into the cross court. There's Murr. Said the back row players deserve a little bit more credit in this match. It was Murr that set it up for Gonzalez.
Clean this up, get behind the ball, hold her platform to target.
Otek has a couple of aces in that direction tonight. Got it to Gruensfelder on the serve that time. Now free for Pedraza and Rader. And pass to kill for Riley Rader.
Whoa. Purdue's just going to hand him the set. Shondell's team, they are fighters, and they're going to come back strong in this third.
Here comes Rader tooling Newton.
Between her left hand and the antenna, and you know, you can only tool the block if the set is perfect.
And Colvin coming around there, sliding away. And Grunzy didn't get a perfect set or a perfect swing, but still scored it.
It's a great point, great strategy there by Caitlin Newton.
A lot of line to hit there for her. Took advantage of it. There's Rader out in the pin one more time.
The pin hitters is so important too. If as a blocking team you don't have to worry about a middle, you make your job a lot easier. So right now Purdue is really focused on her. Like I said, opens things up for everybody else.
There's Grunzy with a big rip. And the Fox Sports app. What the job our programming team has done on Friday nights. Getting these matches on. Told you it seems like top 10 volleyball every week on a Friday night. And next weekend will be one of the best we've had all season. As there's Grunzy, we're just talking about her being healthy and her performing at a high level.
If you're Mac Pedraza, sometimes you need that outlet on the left side, and she's got one tonight.
And Newton sent that, or Cleveland sent that skewing to the back. Gruensfelder was there. And Londot to Newton. And Newton pops up, gets the swing on. There's Gonzalez playing tool. Ohio State with 2 losses, both on the opening weekend. Trying to get back in that mix for that first Big Ten title in a while. And that kept up by Otek, maybe not. And service aces. And going to Gonzalez again. And Rader with a little tip. Otek up from the service line to get it. And was there a touch that time? They say no. Bush out to Cleveland. Chipped it. And Gonzalez hit it in right in front of Otek.
Take so much pride in being a leader here in the United States for the volleyball program.
Let you lead the recruitment of Jen Flynn Oldenburg, the Ohio State coach.
Yeah, that was fun.
Pretty neat. So Raven Colvin with her 7th kill tonight, moved it to a 5-point Purdue lead. And trying to get this to a 4th set. And then a side out for Ohio State.
And any ball that's tipped, they're able to just play it up, and that's all you want to do. You just got to keep the ball from hitting the floor, right? So they just play it as they're coming down from the block, and as a result, able to have a transition swing off of that.
And Purdue couldn't keep the Gonzalez swing, or the serve up.
With that ball is really, really impressive.
Ripped the fastball there for her 7th kill. And that's through the block. Riley Rader swinging around again.
Athleticism and speed to get to that ball.
And developed some of the nuance on that slide by accident in scouting. And after the Rader slide, Davis in the middle putting it to the floor. top 10 win at Nationwide earlier. They beat Washington in the non-conference. Trying for top 10 win number 2 tonight. And Grunzy has brought him back within 2.
Grunzy, she's so courageous. Just go hard and we will cover behind you. That's been working for her tonight.
Emma Ellis unleashes that ball, but missed the mark by just a bit.
This is just unacceptable, and I'm sure Flynn Oldenburg, the coach of Ohio State, is addressing that at that timeout.
That was part of what allowed Purdue to take the opening match in West Lafayette a couple of weeks ago, and that was a bullseye for Grunzy.
You know, if they will continue to make unforced errors.
And that's down for an ace for Gruensfelder.
Getting lucky always helps, right?
Done this throughout the season. Multiple aces again tonight. She's done that 6 times now, where she takes over at the line. Grace Cleveland getting it together now.
Right to Cleveland with that heavy arm for a win.
And so Cleveland closing in on a potential block kill double-double. 8 kills, 8 blocks, and another kill. There's number 9 on a ball that she belted off the hands.
Yeah, the All-American coming through big time here in the 3rd set. Purdue happy that she's on their side of the net. They need her.
So Cleveland trying to get Purdue to a 4th set on set point right here. Bush going right back to Cleveland and had them all loaded up for the big swing and then rolls them into the 4th set.
You know, if you're not having a great night to start off with, can you turn things around, not get too much in your head? And she showed that she is a winner and going to get it done for Purdue.
And then Caitlin Newton on the other side of her runaway in those first 2 sets. It was close, and 70 points aside tonight. And Raven Colvin has that ball trampoline back at her. Middle block for Riley Rader.
Yeah, once you get stuff like that once, good players will learn and adjust.
It's a pretty impressive header. Ball went all the way to the back line to Riley Rader on the block.
Deep in the corner, that's a hard ball to run down, and I think it was Gruensfelder that tried to get to it, wasn't fast enough.
There's Gonzalez, and action at the net. Double contact on Purdue there. About half a set of points that they gave away. And after the errors, an ace for Gonzalez. Otek takes the first contact. She's being stretched out between sets. And Emma Ellis goes into the net.
Ellis is right in front of her, so they're really trying to serve that left front area of the court.
They went back to Otek, and an overpass kill for Ohio State.
Those are All-American type numbers for that young lady.
3rd in the country right now in hitting percentage, behind Dana Retke of Wisconsin, Heather Knighting of BYU. Both have national team potential, and Haley Bush swipes that thing down. Getting Purdue back on the board out of the timeout.
And gets that important point for her team, especially out of the timeout.
Grunzy got the touch. Side out for side out.
Those are very difficult balls to track down on the backcourt.
There's Newton out of the back, and that goes zigzagging down for Caitlin Newton.
For Ohio State, it's separated, it's not together, it's hard to defend.
Ellis overran it. Grunzy goes off speed. Roll, and of course her patented sharp shot.
Absolutely, and that's the key to being a great outside hitter. You have to have a lot of different shots.
Cleveland hung with it. Pedraza had the first contact. So Murr set up Grunzy. Newton with the big build-up. Grunzy swipes it to Newton. And Cleveland's got it in that back corner again.
Corner gets that point for her team.
Yeah, the touch to get that over Pedraza and still keep it in. That was good stuff there for Cleveland. Another double-figure kill match for her. And here's Londot, and rifles that thing down the line.
On the line shot there by Londot.
Bush dumps it and got it in front of her.
Yeah. Bush so crafty. Nice job by Haley Bush to get a point.
And she's found success twice with that here in the last 2 sets. And Raven Colvin off the set from Haley Bush. Sets coming up tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Big Ten Volleyball, powered by Unleaded 88. Offensively and defensively, and headed to a double-double.
Teams matched up. It was Purdue's block that helped them edge the win. Cleveland, as you said, leading the charge on the block on the right side. Huge arm from that right side.
Tech with the bump set for Cleveland. Easy work for Gruensfelder. And London unleashes again.
Just hammers that thing cross court.
Maybe starting to come through here for Ohio State. She's hitting in the negatives right now, Emily London. Does have 10 kills but 12 errors for the Buckeyes. Another swing for London and turned away by Newton.
Denying that ball, denying the kill.
London into Newton again, this time solo for Caitlin Newton.
That's got to feel good if you're Caitlin Newton.
That one gets past Caitlin Newton for Emily London. And now the serve is tough for London after the kill. And Newton punches that short. What the other side, Cleveland rattling around at the net. And Gonzalez pumps it long. Looking for the touch, and she did get it.
For Ohio State, again, serve tough, get them out of the system offensively.
Murr hanging in there tough. And then on the overpass, London hangs in tough. And a third reload for Haley Bush. And Emma Ellis with the big swing off of Pedraza.
Yeah. My first home visit when I recruited her. I don't even know what year that was, a long time ago.
So after the double challenge, it ends up how it was initially called, at least point-wise. Ohio State up by 5. And Raven Colvin with the swing and the lift on Ohio State. Pedraza for Rader, hands for Ellis and Trammell, and reload it for Pedraza. And free one. Couldn't get a good swing off there. Bush had success with a dump. Grunzy ready that time. And Rader, and it returns. Trammell, 2 blocks on that point. That one passed her from Grunzy, who's firing up the crowd with the fist bump.
And the glow sticks, I mean, it was quite an experience.
Out of the break, Emma Ellis gets a swing off. And Emma Ellis gets a second swing off, and that rocks long. Some of the students are home. There's hockey tonight. They care a lot about their hockey around here, too. And he's still got a good showing, about 3,000 or so in here. And despite all that, and Newton goes roll, trying to keep Purdue alive.
Ohio State out of system.
Bush going to Cleveland. Hands there for Grunzy. Davis couldn't put it back. And Davis into the net. 2 in a row for Purdue, back within 3.
They transition, dig, and score, so Purdue taking advantage.
They stayed with Grunzy, and she shoots it past Newton. Newton had the big third set, and not quite as much behind it in this 4th set.
Seems to be effective.
It's almost like a free ball sometimes. Yeah. Not that time. Got Bush away from the net. There's Gonzalez getting down for Ohio State. Otek takes the second ball. And Cleveland rejected.
See if Ohio State's block reads.
Cleveland slicing. Here's London getting into it and scoring.
Read off of Bush's attack.
Emma Ellis palms it down for Purdue, but getting late here.
And Gonzalez are back there. We'll see. Yep, they go to number 3, Grunzy.
has to swing and out for Grunzy.
She has confidence in Gonzalez. And
right,
Grunzy.
Yeah, right back to Grunzy. On the serve from Skimmerhorn. And Newton plants that in that back corner again. Trying to get another top 10 win just like they did against Washington. And Gruensfelder nearly sent it home on that ace. On match point, it's blocked. Grace Cleveland with another one to go home with.
Wow, Cleveland coming through.
Match point number 2. Pedraza for Londa. And Ohio State with their second top 10 win. Beating number 6 Purdue.